Welcome to Titan Talk. Too long didn't watch February 21st. First, getting the elephant in the room out of the way. I have a little VTube, PNGTube avatar that my sister made for me. I'm gonna be trying to use it for the video. Let me know if it's it's a fun little addition or not. Maybe adds a little bit of personability, or maybe I should just keep it straight to business. Anyways, back to business. They started the Titan Talk by going over the OB4 patch. I'll have the patch notes in the description, and go to the timestamp on the screen if you want to hear the significantly shorter questions portion. I'll be going over the significant changes from the patch notes and paraphrasing a lot of it, but if you want to see the nitty-gritty, go to the description. First up, Artemis will be releasing an OB4, quickly going over her new additions. To her passive, she can see people inside of stealth grass. To her traps, she got a little nerf because they made them easier to see for opponents. To her 2, they made it so every 4 autos she hits on an enemy god while it's active extends the duration of the buff for 3 seconds, which can go indefinitely. She's getting an aspect that emphasizes her caster mage playstyle, removing the root from her trap, but allowing it to target minions and making the area of the trap huge when it's activated. A Wheelix will be coming on March 3rd, the week after the launch of the patch. New skins are coming, as well as a skin store, and the skins coming will be Foxy Amaterasu, Baron Frostchild Ymir, La Roca Hercules, Summer Fun Medusa, Hellforged Thor, Lil Bite Sobek, Nanomancer Baron Samdi, and Bossman Donzaburo. Thor is receiving a new aspect of Thunderstruck, which turns him into an attack speed heal tank, kinda like Amaterasu or Bellona. If you want to see more details about Artemis, a Wheelix, Thor aspect, and the skins and skin shop, check out my last Titan Talk Too Long Didn't Watch. They added a scoreboard quality of life change that allows you to see and read each god's abilities in the tab screen, which is very nice for new players when they're spending time dead. Huge gameplay changes are coming this patch. It's an extremely long list of changes, but to extremely shorten it into a general design goal, they're looking at making kills more rewarding to begin with, giving out more EXP, but also they're making towers weaker, allowing minions to help push towers a lot easier. They made every tower weaker, resulting in most minions tanking an additional attack from the tower. Over all these changes, they're going to allow you for a lot more snowballing and increasing the ability for teams to end the game, so you can't just stall indefinitely anymore. Here's a big change for Assault. A huge feature from League of Legends is being added. If you're familiar with Aram's Team Bench feature, Smite is getting one too. If you aren't familiar with it, when you reroll, the character you reroll will appear on the bench, which any player can take a god if they want to. So if you reroll Achilles and get somebody else, somebody on your team, if they wanted Achilles, they can go just click on the bench and get it. Remember to always reroll if you can. This just expands the number of options available to you and your allies when you're playing Assault. There is a slew of balance changes. If you want to see the specific ones, go check the patch notes. But I will list which gods are receiving nerfs and which ones are receiving buffs. For nerfs, Soul's aspect, Izanami, Cupid's aspect, Uller, Aladdin, and Hercules are receiving nerfs. Aphrodite is receiving a shift away from the support's playstyle only slightly to try and emphasize her damage playstyle some more. For buffs, Odin, Bacchus, Susano, Kernunos, and Pele are getting buffs. There are 3 new items coming this patch with 1 rework. If you want to see more about the new items, please check out my previous Titan Talk Too Long Didn't Watch, or look at the patch notes. Several items are receiving nerfs, with generally penetration going down across the board to try and quick fix the tank issues the game is having. I'll list which tier 3 items are receiving nerfs and which ones are receiving buffs. For nerfs, Soul Reaver, Lifebinder, Totem of Death, the Executioner, Obsidian Shard, Titan's Bane, Heartseeker, Rod of Tahuti, and Bumba's Cudgel are all receiving nerfs. For buffs, Genji's Guard, Warrior's Axe, Sundering Axe, Leather Cowl, the Reaper, Divine Ruin, Brawler's Ruin, Barrow's Curse, and Lernian Bow are receiving buffs. And that's about it for the OB4 patch notes. One final reminder to check the description for the full patch notes, but otherwise, here's the questions portion of the stream. It was a lot shorter this time because they had a lot of content to go through for the patch notes. Are healers going to the team bench when rerolled? Yes, but you won't reroll into another healer. You will just reroll into a normal god and the healer will stay on the bench. Any Pantheon-specific backgrounds on the god screens update? It's been built out in a way that will allow them to do that, but they haven't been able to work on it, so no ETA yet. Can we get a dual 3k potion that has both intelligence and strength but reduced for each? Maybe. He hasn't heard them talk about it internally, but they could talk about it. 2 times Worshippers when? Apparently Isaiah says sometimes next week. After the update goes live, we're going to get 2 times Worshippers. New cosmetic types coming soon. At some point, but no immediate plans outside of music packs soon. Adding new items to Smite 2? Yeah, there's 3 new items and a reworked item coming in OB4, but they still plan to add new items every update. They want to ship a combination of aspects and items every update if they can. Have we thought about making towers do true damage? Kilgoon hasn't. They said they could ask about it, but then it's a lot harder to dive or tank the tower to finish it, but Kilgoon understands what they were asking, that it should be a threat to people who dive you. Can we have a 90 FPS and a 144 FPS frame rate cap in game? Kilgoon said he can ask about it. 60, 120, and 240 are what we have now, But Kilgun said maybe they need to put in a slider or custom input. The entire chat was like, oh, I have a 144 FPS monitor. Oh, I have a 95 FPS monitor. And so he's just like, maybe we should just have like a custom input. When equip global cosmetic option, it's on the to-do list. Can you make parties and invites more clear? Sometimes it looks like someone accepts the invite and they're in the party, but they aren't. Yeah, it could be a lot better. They have people working on it right now on party and friend issues, but no ETA to fix. They also have someone looking at all the different store issues they have right now. Of course, the obligatory Alani check. Isaiah has Orange Kiss, and Kilgun has Pink Slush. Aladdin's Kufic Charms still give significant frame drops when used. Is there a fix for this in the works? Noted, and they'll take a look into it. Could we find a way to give tanks intelligence? You know, I don't think tanks are supposed to be smart. That's from me. But no, what Kilgun said, all he'll say right now is that they're looking into tank stuff. Can we get an option to set the order of our auto skill upgrade? This should be a part of the God Builder that is coming. We are working on a VXG update now, so VXG 1 to 4 and so on are moving along. Multiple global emotes should be soon. Any plans for a more fleshed out custom game options and modifiers? Eventually, but not in the near term. HUD skins. Everybody's asking about HUD skins. HUD skins were actually the most expensive thing to make in Smite 1. Theoretically, in Smite 2, it's easier to set them up and make them work more easily, but there needs to be a lot of different things the UI team needs to work on over HUD skins. Have we considered changing the lighting and color to make the game look less cartoonish? This is an ongoing discussion. Initially, the feedback was that the game looked too realistic and too Unreal Engine-y, and the core of the Smite is that it's a stylized approach, sort of painterly. And they don't intend to go back to a more realistic approach. But there are things that they can do to make the game look better that isn't chasing realism. Personally, I just want to stay at nice and cartoony. I love that art style way more. They said OB4 should release around 7 a.m. Eastern on Monday. That's when the servers go down for the update probably, so maybe a little bit after 7 a.m. Eastern. But get ready to play on Monday. Some nice morning Smite, you know. Gotta get up bright and early to start the Smite grind on Monday. But no. Thanks for watching. That was the entire Titan Talk. I know it was short this time. That's Titan Talk. Too long didn't watch. February 21st. We'll be back on Monday, I'm sure. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see Smite content and more Titan Talk Too Long Didn't Watch. And have a great day.